First, we want to start off by saying happy holiday seasons, greetings, and all of that.
Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Rosh Hashanah.
Who? Rashida. I don't know her either. See, you got to get fancy with it. I was going to say Joyeux Noël.
What does that mean?
That was a country French way of saying joy to the world.
Oh, Lord.
But we are so excited to do one of our original shows for you all. Like he said, this is how we started. Just the two of us, light skin, bald head, on the couch, cutting up.
Yep.
We love our Hot Topic hosts.
We do.
But we know that you all miss this and that. So let's jump into our special Goodwood show that we have for you today.
Oh, we got to take it down a second. Because we got to give, I can't even call it a shout out. We have to acknowledge the victims and the families of the victims in the shooting in Connecticut.
Yes, we do. And it's such a very sad story. And actually, I've been avoiding watching TV since last Friday. I got off last Friday. I did not turn the TV on. I don't think I watched TV all weekend. I didn't want to see it. Not that I'm not sensitive to the situation, but it's a really difficult situation to deal with. And it's one of those situations where now we're trying to figure out how we can prevent this from happening. But I'm just under the mindset of like, these things happen. They will happen. They've happened several times before, and they're going to happen again. I don't think these are things that we can do but so much to prevent. Mm-hmm. We can do gun control. We can try to take and just have better evaluations of people who are psychologically challenged. But at the end of the day, we really don't have that much control over things that happen on this level. And it's just, like I said, it's just a sad story, especially at the holiday time.
Right.
I can't imagine
kids.
Kids, and it was, teachers, and I just can't imagine what they're going through. So our hearts go out to them, and, I pray that they get through this or get to a place where they can find comfort as soon as they can,
Yeah.
So our hearts go out to everyone that was affected by the shootings in Connecticut.
Well, let's shift gears just a little bit. Because not only are the holidays coming up, that will be Christmas, New Year's, but we also have Martin Luther King Jr. holiday and Inauguration.
Absolutely. DC is going to be on fire. So
if you're not here,
if you are not here,
you're losing.
You're a loser, basically.
Pretty much,
basically.
Yeah.
And at this point, the flights are sold out. The hotels are booked. So
sucks to be you.
So anyway, but 4 years ago, DC was on fire.
Poppin'.
And
Did you actually go to the inauguration last time?
Actually, I'm not a person who likes the cold weather. So I stayed home. I watched it on television. I had several bottles of champagne, and I was warm.
I was out there in the cold with the masses. I don't know if I could do it again.
See, I couldn't. I know
it's a struggle to just get down there.
Right. And I was just not in the mood for it. I chose champagne over the cold weather.
And then it was like 0 degrees outside. I felt like I was. It was nasty.
But I feel like I was still a part of history. I did go to the concert.
Okay.
The day before
I missed that.
Beyonce, Mary J. Blige, and a couple other
How
people.
Was that?
It was wonderful. It was packed. I was all the way at the monument, and the concert was actually at the Lincoln Memorial.
Yeah.
So that's how packed
Which scares
it was.
me, by the way.
The Lincoln?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Grow up. But yeah, we are excited about the inauguration. This year I'm going to try to do a couple balls.
The president is apparently only doing 2 balls this year.
Yes. What about that chicken? He's only doing 2 balls. 2. We just can't move on. We just can't move on.
How about that fiscal cliff?
How about that cliff? I say jump. That's all we know about the fiscal cliff. Jump. I mean, yeah.
So, like, if you're not here for inauguration weekend, like we said, you're losing. I don't know what else to say for you.
I'll post pictures of my ensembles for the weekend.
If you need a place to stay,
you can come and stay in Terrence's Efficiency.
And pay a lot of money.
Exactly. But let's talk about some stuff on TV.
Okay, let's talk. Since we're talking about the president, we need to talk about Olivia Pope.
Let's talk about the other president. Fitz.
Did y'all get into that? How many? First off, if you're not watching Scandal again, you're losing. Get into it. They have a little thing on ABC.com where you can watch every single episode from beginning to up to this point now in season 2.
And you really should watch the show. Scandal is an amazing show.
Well written.
Shonda
Rhimes.
Rashida Rhimes is a phenomenal writer. And she is amazing. I mean, I watched the show and I'm literally like gagging for dear life.
Literally from the beginning of the episode to the end of the episode. And I'm just like, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to spoil it too much for those of you who are living under a rock, obviously.
Anyway, but did they get nominated for any Emmys?
I don't think so.
Then that's shade.
But what's funny? I watched her on Oprah's Next Chapter, and she was talking about, I found this really intriguing. She has a no asshole policy when she hires people.
No asshole.
No assholes. I like that.
Blink, blink.
I really like that.
So, what?
I just got that. It's so nasty.
It is the Morning Wood Show. You know how we do on this show. But it's gone off for the season. It'll be back in January.
January
so
10th.
You have a lot of time to catch up with the show.
Get into it.
It's amazing. What else is on TV that you're watching that I'm probably not watching?
You don't really watch a lot of TV, which strikes me as odd. I mean, you do, but it's kind of weird stuff. It's like just random stuff. It never is like, you don't seem consistent with like stalking shows like I am.
No, because see, what happened, I don't have a DVR at this time. So I watch TV from DVR. When I have a DVR, I watch TV from DVR. And I don't have one, so I just forget the schedules.
Because his life cannot be interrupted.
My life cannot.
Well, real quickly, let's talk about L.A. Reid leaving X Factor. Who do we think should take his place? Who do you think would be a good replacement? First off, it's kind of weird that you announced that right when the season is about to end, like not after it's over. But I just thought the timing was odd. But who do you think should replace him?
I think Jay-Z should replace him.
Bam. I actually kind of like that.
See, I held that one from you.
Or like an A&R rep, like from like Def Jam or Sony or something like that. Like maybe somebody we don't know, but I would prefer, honestly, if it was somebody black. There's not a lot of diversity on that panel.
They wouldn't hire somebody we don't know because that would just be pointless. But also, CeeLo and Christina Aguilera are leaving The Voice.
That's right.
Yeah, they're both leaving The Voice. I guess everybody is like, okay, look, let me get back to some real money.
But I heard that they're bringing in, Shakira and Usher. Yeah, Shakira.
Okay. This is going to be just like Britney and Demi on X Factor.
I'd rather enjoy Britney on X Factor.
I don't.
Britney this is funny to me. I just love her facial expression, especially when they send them in gifts.
Okay, all right. More TV?
Yes, more TV.
Well, start talking. And stop sipping.
I'm drinking. Oh, we got to talk about Housewives of Atlanta. Are you keeping up with that?
I missed the last episode.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, but look, calm down. Calm down. Let's talk about Kenya.
Let's talk about Gone with the Wind. Fabulous. Kenya Moore.
I didn't see it.
Well, do you at least know that her relationship is a farce?
I do know that. Actually, I first saw it, Funky Dineva posted
Funky Dineva.
Funky Dineva.
Shout out.
Posted that, why I want to call him Leroy. What is his name?
Walter.
Leroy Walter, same thing. Walter was on the Frank Ski and Wanda show, and he said that... Ski? I said Frank.
I just thought it was funny.
You need to get you some for Christmas. Because we got a show to do. And he said that the relationship was a fake, that she asked him to be her boyfriend on the show. And it all makes sense because, he
seems plain uninterested in you.
He seems like baffled with all of the things that she's talking about getting married and having children, and it's a mess.
I just think it's crazy that he actually came out and said that. Like, I feel like a lot of times a lot of things on reality TV is pretty fake. Could be. But
yeah.
They don't really ever talk about it.
Yeah.
It's just odd that he's like, just putting it out there. Yeah, she asked me to just play her boyfriend. Yeah.
He wanted his 15 minutes of fame like everybody else. I mean, I would have played her boyfriend and let y'all kiki at me on TV pretending to be her boyfriend.
Now, that would have been the scandal.
Now, that would have been the scandal.
I think you should have took it down the aisle, too. She probably would have got further with you than she did with him.
Because, I would have helped plan the ceremony.
Right, exactly. You would have been wearing a dress.
You did that.
I did.
Anyway, moving right along.
Oh, you know what? Since we're on the topic of television, like, let's get into, like, a little bit of Beyonce because, well, she's everything. She got the new $50 million Pepsi endorsement collaboration deal, right?
Are you talking to me or are you talking to them?
I'm talking to everyone.
Okay, because you're addressing
all of you here.
Asking me, do I know something that happened with Beyonce? Like,
she didn't call you.
Like, she didn't call me. Like, I wasn't just at Neiman's with her and Baby Blue. Really?
But did you get into her face on the can of Pepsi?
I absolutely love it. And a lot of people are like, why are they paying her this much money? And why are they doing? Why not?
Why not?
Get a life.
It's not like she hasn't done it before. It's just very well publicized.
Get a life. And now I'm upset that I did not collect the Michael Jackson can because I did get one. And I just kind of lost it. So I wish I had collected his can. Then I would have had the Beyonce can and the Michael Jackson can. But now I'm on the lookout for the Beyonce can. So if you find a can and you send it to us, we will give you something really special that we can't say on this show because it's a family show.
Mm-hmm. Family.
And we'll have to decide which one of us will give it to you. Anyway.
Thank you. Oh.
And speaking of a family show...
And how families get
started. Nick Cannon was on the Howard Stern show. And he said that when it's time for him and Mariah to get it on, they listen to her music.
Bam, get into it.
I cannot imagine listening to Mariah Carey when I'm in the mood.
But would you listen to your own music?
No. If I'm getting it on, I don't care what's on.
Oh, okay. Viewers, take note.
But anyway, what really has blown my mind and what is the good wood for the show.
Bam.
He also stated that he masturbates. Everybody knows how to masturbate.
Just saying, in case you don't.
He also and you should actually put your thumb. Anyway, he also said that he masturbates to her music.
But guess what his favorite song is? You'll never guess.
Hero.
It's Hero.
I don't get it. I've always thought
that would depress me.
I've always thought that Nick Cannon was a cornball. And this is confirmation. I mean, I'm serious. This is confirmation. Nick Cannon is a cornball. You masturbate to your wife's music when she's not there. Is it that good? Really?
No, that's good wood.
I don't believe you. I need to see the video.
No, thank you. Next, speaking of Mariah Carey, you know that American Idol is about to come back up. So I'm very, very interested in this season. Are you going to watch, first off? Do you watch normally?
Okay, with Idol, I tend to get into Idol when the live shows start. I don't watch the auditions because I think they're stupid and they're foolish and they're a waste of time. So I tend to get into it when the live shows start, when people start talking about good singers.
Gotcha.
Then I'll
so you really want to see the actual competition.
Right, I want to see the actual
good
competition.
Singing. I think, you know what, honestly though, I think that's a lot of the appeal with like a show like The Voice because they never get into the corny stuff.
Right,
They never get into that. It's all about the actual singing.
Right, and I actually think Idol should cut that portion of the show because it's not funny anymore. You know?
Yeah, I think it was more so funny the first couple of seasons
because
we've never seen that before.
You're possibly letting someone in that's not a good singer just for entertainment when someone else was in line that could have gone in their place that actually wants to sing.
And you know what's funny though? I feel like a lot of times we never really even see some of the top people until like they get to Hollywood because we're always seeing a lot of the
right. And that's when like I said, that's when I tune in.
Okay. So what are you thinking about seeing Mariah and Nicki? Do you think that they're going to overshadow what the show is about?
I think they'll make the show interesting. Okay. I will say that because Idol has become so just lackluster now. So
I did feel that way when Jennifer and Steven Tyler came into the show. I felt like it got kind of bland.
Right, yeah.
Like I really felt like they were, because they're artists, I feel like they weren't really as into giving critiques.
Right.
Like
they were trying to be light.
Right.
Right.
But that's not how
it works. And hopefully, Mariah or Nicki will just say what it is. And I think Nicki will say what it is.
I kind of feel like she will too.
Right.
She'll be no holds barred.
She'll say what it is. But speaking of idols and speaking of people that are doing well, the G-List Society, which is GListSociety.com, they just published a list of 50 most influential gay and lesbian people in the LGBT community. And some of our friends and some people that we know made the list.
Some friends of the show and some friends of ours.
And people we just really like. So we just want to shout them out. Who was on the list? Will Williams in Miami.
Inferno DR.
Inferno DR. Inferno
San Juan.
Yes, he's really, really amazing. He does a great job pulling the community together during the summer. Shout out to Will.
We were both in DR.
We were both in DR.
Bam.
And for my birthday in Miami, he hosted us at his house.
That's right.
Yes. So shout out to
great guy.
My Will Williams. Also, shout out to a friend of the show, and I just saw him this weekend, Samson.
Oh, yes. As you guys will remember, Samson was on a couple of weeks ago.
Right. He was our first guest for the season.
Yep.
So shout out to Samson.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing
currently still on tour.
He's on tour with Janet. That sounds nice. He could be. I could be speaking prophetic. Also, shout out to Zakira Belton.
Woo-woo! Z! You gotta say that.
Good Lord Jesus. She's also here. She's here in DC with us. We're looking forward to having her on the show as well. She does a lot of great things in the community as well. So shout out to Z. Shout out to the Scorpion Show.
Yay!
And thank you guys for doing what you do. We watch your show. We love your show. So shout out to you guys.
I believe they were in DR as well.
Yes, they were in DR. So, and Frenchie Davis, who went to Howard. We all know Frenchie from American Idol. She was also on The Voice. And shout out to Mr. Frank Ocean. Now, Frank, we want to see you in the community. You got this shout out for being influential now. I want to see you in the community.
I want to see you on the show.
You can come on the show. We can fit you.
Bam! Right there.
Here.
Right back there.
So shout out to everybody that made the list. There were a lot of other people that made the list, but we really want to shout out the people that we knew because we felt special that we came in contact with these people at some point.
Yes.
So wrapping up the show, we get a lot of our information from the JasmineBrand.com. I really love her website.
I love her, and I love her. I love her interviewing style because she just she asks really real questions.
Right,
I like that.
Right, and we're trying to have her on the show. She said she wanted to be on the show, so Jasmine,
come on the show.
But she had this on her show. She's on her website. She's gonna start video blogging, and so she had something that really stood out for me. So as we wrap up 2012 and we go into 2013, I just felt like we should share what she had on her website, just to get your mind kind of working towards what you want to do for 2013.
Wisdom.
And what she had was 7 tips for being your own boss. So, number 1, she had be you. Don't compare yourself to anyone else in the industry. Know that, what you have to bring is unique. And that's something that really stuck out with me, because there are a lot of people doing shows like this. So, just for us personally, know that, what we bring to the table is unique.
And nobody can be us.
We both have bald heads and we're light skinned. Ain't nobody bringing it like that. Anyway, some people hate the fact that Anyway, so
We're not going to talk about
work hard and work smart. Sometimes the work that you do is thankless. You have to work even when people aren't watching. And that's like sometimes the most important work that you do. Yeah, because we work a lot when y'all ain't watching. And sometimes you may be watching, but if you're watching, let me know so I can give you a special show. Being scared is for suckers. Let your fear be your motivation. Those things that you are afraid to do, just, let that motivate you to conquer those things and get over that mountain and whatever, jump that.
And I think we've learned a lot in that regard as well during the show. I know Absolutely. I have, because I definitely was not an open person at all when we first started the show.
Yeah, so we got some stuff on the list that we already tackled. Also, study your craft. Do your research. See what else is out there. Study your craft so you'll know what you're doing. Know the business of your business.
Oh my God!
And we are right there. That's where we are.
We are at that cliff.
Right there. So everything is not about fun and games and entertainment. Know your business of what you're doing. Okay? Are y'all writing these down?
Y'all should be.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to post it.
He's going to post it. Also, everyone is not your competition. Stop thinking that everybody out there is your competition. Like she said,
we don't even look at people like that.
No.
It's not even.
No. You can't compete with me. I'm a bouvier. And last but not least, trust your gut.
Amen.
Trust your gut. Yeah. So we just wanted to leave you with those things, and we just once again want to bring you a back to basics original show with the two of us on the couch. Mm-hmm. We want to thank you for our happy hours, first Fridays.
Oh my God, they are so successful.
They are successful. You are coming. You're bringing friends. We thank you for that. We have a 1-year anniversary coming up. So if you have ideas on how we can celebrate, or if you want to throw us a party, we would love to come and smile and wave and pose and dip and dirt.
He gonna do all that.
All of that. Anyway, it is the Morning Wood Show. This is good wood for your holiday season.
It is.
Get you some. Get it in. I am Jamal Maurice Bouvier, the legend.
I am Richie Sky.
We still love you.
And we love good wood.
Peace.
When I wake up in the morning, I got sunshine on my mind. My body gets to moving, and I've got a little time. 20 extra minutes